There was news this week that among the record numbers of people who are now trying to cross the southern border, some with success, some not so much, we have caught at least 42 people encountered is the word they're using. 42 people encountered who were on the terror no-fly list. Okay, for being suspected terrorists. So Jim Jordan had Secretary Mayorkas of DHS in front of him yesterday on Capitol Hill and tried to find out what happened to those 42 people. Were they released into the country? Were they sent back home? Were they turned back on the spot? What happened to them? You would think that the head of the Department of Homeland Security, this is the reason this group was born, right? This is after 9/11. That's when we created this, would have an answer to what happened to those people on the no-fly list. And that every Democrat and Republican on that committee would have an interest in hearing Mayorkas answer fully to that question. But you would be wrong. Here's what happened.
42 illegal immigrants were encountered at our border are on the terrorist and no-fly list. Are any of them still in our country?
Gentleman's time has expired.
This is an important question for this committee. Are any of them still in our country?
Congressman, I will deliver to you a response with respect to...
No. That's a simple question. Are terrorists, people on the terrorist watch list, no-fly list, are they still in the United States that you've encountered on the border?
Congressman, some of them may be still in detention. So I will...
Have any of them been released? Have any of them been released?
Time has expired.
This is critical for the...
recognizes...
You got 42... Have they been released? Will the gentleman answer that question?
Congressman, I will provide you with...
Thank you, Madam
They may have been released.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ranking Member, I believe it is my time.
Madam Chair, if I could just 1 second.
The gentleman's time has expired.
We want to know if people on the terrorist watch list, have any of them been released?
Mr.
And he won't answer that question.
It is... Mr. Jordan, it is my time.
But this is about people.
It is my time.
That's a pretty important question. That's a pretty important question.
Well, the Democrats on that committee didn't think so. They moved right on. No one was interested in getting to the bottom of it. A Republican leader ceded some of his time back to Jim Jordan so he could ask a follow-up. And he did know better. Mayorkas didn't know. He does not know the answer sitting there in front of that panel. You'd think, especially when you're going there for an accountability exchange, that's the time to bone up on the facts that might matter or have your info in front of you. Why didn't he know? I, too, am disturbed by the fact that it was a shoulder shrug from this guy.
Well, if you don't want to give the information, you don't get briefed on it before the hearing, right? And number two, I saw this happen one time. As an aside, I hate this system that both Democrats and Republicans have agreed to where they each get a couple of minutes for a question and they go back and forth, Democrat, Republican, and they don't have enough time to dig into anything. So anytime you would stand to potentially learn something, you can't possibly because it's the other guy's turn. This was not always how the hearings were conducted, but it's been that way for a while. I saw one hearing a long time ago where someone couldn't answer something and whoever was doing the questioning said, will you call them now and find the answer? And they sat there while the person testifying, I wish someone would have said that to him.
That's
we will
good.
Pause, get someone on the phone that has that information and we'll wait.
That would be amazing.
Something like that. This is not going to happen.
Well, that's part of the frustration when we saw the Rand Paul exchanges with Dr. Fauci, right? He just as ran to be scoring points. Like, did you or didn't you call those people and tell them to reverse their opinions on whether this started in a lab? And he would just say, this is more disinformation from you. This is what you do, Senator. And then it'd be like, time. Like, so these are good questions, but there's never an answer. And then when they don't follow up, it's like it just goes away because unless they're very willing to blow off congressional subpoenas. And when you're not the party in power, you have limited abilities and so on to actually get information. Inflation is out of control, and one area we see it more than ever is in the grocery store. Even though grocery prices feel like they've doubled, Good Ranchers prices have stayed low and affordable. Once you subscribe, your price never goes up. Your best price is locked in for life. They sell 100% American meat and deliver it to your door for a great price. The problem is 85% of the grass-fed beef in stores and online is imported. Shop Good Ranchers for all of your beef, chicken, and seafood needs, and you know you're buying American. Their beef is prime and upper choice, the two highest grades possible. They sell amazing steaks like ribeyes, T-bones, New York strips, and more. Get steakhouse quality at home with Good Ranchers. Good Ranchers takes the guesswork out of the meat aisle. Having them in your fridge makes mealtime easy, convenient, and less stressful. Plus, their packaging makes it easy to cook what you want and save the rest. Their animals are ethically raised and sustainably sourced. They do things the right way, and it shows in every box. Go to goodranchers.com/Megyn for $30 off and free express shipping. goodranchers.com/MEGYN. Good Ranchers. American meat delivered. And if you don't buy the meat in your house, tell the person who does to check out Good Ranchers. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.